officials are kind of letting him speak and say his piece. He got another tag.
He's gone. He just got ejected. With 8:24 remaining in the first.
That's a huge blow.
Welcome back to Sports Fans Only with your boy Sean Mack. And today I'm going to be discussing the Draymond Green and Steph Curry issue that happened on the court the other night. Here's the story. I was getting ready for work and I'm ironing my clothes. I don't know if people even iron anymore, but I'm ironing my clothes to look sharp. And I'm watching First Take. It's more in the background. It was Molly, Jay Will, and Tim Legs. And Jay Will was telling Legs and Molly about some of the things that people are saying about Steph Curry. And I went like dog whistle, like what? And he said people are saying that Steph needs to be more of a leader. Steph needs to rein Draymond in and get him under control, and that is hurting Steph's legacy. And I'm like, where they do this at? I've been watching sports for a long time, for decades. I'm like, where they do this at? Where this happened at? So I'm gonna play a small clip of what they had to say, then I'm gonna come back and talk about it. But before you go, make sure you, if you like the content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video, and hit that notification bell because the notifications aren't going out somehow. Hit that notification bell so when we drop a video, it'll be all in your notifications, All right, roll that beautiful bean footage.
And one of the things that's happening about it is I'm getting texts from people that I really value their decision, right? High-level people. And what these texts are reading is, well, how about the leadership of Stephen Curry? That's where these conversations are going. And in my brain, right, processing information, Molly.
Wait, what do you mean? How about the leadership of Stephen Curry? They're calling Steph out?
Yes, right? For him not controlling Draymond. So in my brain, the way I process is that it's because I know Steph. I spent time around Steph. We were talking about this during Get Up. We wish we could have a camcorder in Steph's car, right? Like all the things that Steph would be saying to his wife and how he's frustrated about it, because he's one of the most competitive dudes you'll ever meet.
No doubt.
Draymond Green is diminishing the ultimate legacy of how people are looking at the leadership of Stephen Curry. That's what's happening right now.
Only thing I will say, Jay, I think that's in a group of people.
I agree.
I don't think that's like the universal mentality, right, is to think about Steph. And where are you in this, Steph? At all. I do think there are people that are always going to be devil's advocate. They're contrarians. They're going to raise this kind of question about somebody. To me, that's an ultimate statement.
What does this have to do with Steph, though? Like, what should Steph be doing here? What are these critics saying?
These people are saying that Steph should not. Well, look, I disagree with them. Let me state that for the record, right? Because I know him. I know how things have been addressed internally multiple times. But what happens is perception is reality for a lot of people. A lot of people aren't familiar with things that are happening behind closed doors. So there's a tendency when you hear them talk about it, people just keep tiptoeing around it instead of calling Draymond Green out publicly.
See, like I said, I'm not sure where they do this at. Is it a generation gap or I'm becoming that old man get off my lawn type dude? I don't think so. I'm pretty hip. Not a square just yet. Maybe 10 more years and I'll be square, but not just yet. But I'm going to preface by saying this. I've never heard someone say, this person's a 12-time All-NBA. This person has made it to 12 All-Star games, 2 final appearances, 2 final MVPs, 3 league MVPs. I'm just talking about Joe Schmo here. I'm not talking about Steph Curry. I know Steph Curry stats, but I've never heard someone say all that about the person and say, well, you know what? He just wasn't a good leader. He just wasn't the best leader I ever seen. This is how I go. This is how I always took being a great leader in any sport. I always took it as a leader is a plus. You're like, he's a great scorer. He's great on the defensive end. He can play both sides of the ball. He's a great teammate. But you know what made him special? He was a leader. That's a plus. That's a plus. I've never heard someone say all those stats and say, but you know what? He just couldn't get the most out of his team. He just wasn't good enough. He could have won a couple 100 more games in his career. As they putting on his jacket or whatever for the Hall of Fame, the people are saying, the commentators and people on the internet are saying, but you know what? If he could have got a few more 100 wins and maybe another championship, if he was just a great leader. You know what I mean? Malone, Stockton, Ewing, and I could name a bunch of other people, never won a championship. Some had great leadership skills. Some didn't have great leadership skills. It's all on that person, what they do. And like I said, being a leader is a plus. You cannot be a great leader and then it be a minus. As a quarterback, maybe, because you got to rally the troops and then you can lose the team. But that's why they have different positions, right? You have your center, your forward, your small forward. Your power forward, your small forward, your shooting guard, and your point guard. Everybody have different positions. And leadership happens to roll the wheel, and you roll the wheel around, and it stops on one person that just happened to one day in practice take up the mantle and become a leader. He might not even be the best player on the team. Think about it, Draymond Green is the leader, is the person that would talk to Draymond, but he can't talk to himself, right? He can't do that. So I don't understand what people are saying. And the one that got me the most was hurt his legacy. How in the hell? Draymond Green is a damn grown man. Say it again. Draymond Green is a damn grown man. Draymond Green is a grown man. You can't have Steph saying, well, I'm gonna break it down like this. Let me just see some Draymond stats. He does it his way. Draymond Green, 8-time all defensive team. Defensive player of the year, 2017. 4-time MVP, 4-time NBA champion. He did all that while acting the way that he acted. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the way Draymond Green is acting is right, because it's wrong. Personally, I think he should be let go. I think it's gone too far. I think his antics and the things he do done outweighed his skill talent. You know how it go in sports. If you're good, you can get away with all this trash under here. But as soon as your play start to diminish, the trash that you used to get away with rises. And once it break even or is very close to even, they're going to let your ass go. That's just the way that it goes. So I don't want people to get it twisted in the comment section. Matter of fact, get in that comment section and let me know what you think about Draymond. Is Steph Curry wrong for not being the leader that people saying that he is? Or he just is what it is sometimes. Sometimes people dig deep and it just is what it is. Like I said, 4-time NBA champion, and he's definitely one of the greatest floor leaders that I've ever seen play this game of basketball. He can rein people in. Like I said, it'll be Draymond reining himself in, right? So I don't want to hear people talk about this as if Clay and Steph and whoever should come in and rein him in. They're talking about Steph, but the legacy part killed me. The legacy part just straight up, like it just drove a nail through my forehead. My blood pressure was rising. Like I said, I don't know if it's a generation gap or what it is. Tell you the truth, because to me, if you want to point blame at anybody, it's actually the front office, the people that pay them. They should have been called Draymond in there, which I'm pretty sure they did, and said, well, I don't know if they said this, but I'm pretty sure they called him in and had this discussion. Draymond, if you act up again, we're going to take money away from you. Then we're going to suspend you. Then we'll suspend you for a longer time. If you do it again and we have to suspend you for a third time, we're going to just kick you out and get rid of you, which I think they're going to do towards the end of this year. But to hurt his legacy is just completely ridiculous. It got me boiling. And it's just something I wanted to talk about. So, like I said, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. And make sure you hit that notification bell so our notifications be all up in your notifications when soon as it drop. All right. So as I was saying, the way I look at it is like this, and I'm gonna get on out of here. Draymond is a damn grown man, and in life, my dad always told me to take responsibility for what you do. You can't look at another man and say, well, he should make me act responsible. That's not leadership. That's just getting a man to do what you want them to do. And if he pig-headed and hard-headed and a little bit off his rocker like Draymond is, he needs help. He's going to do what he want to do. He's going to actually rebel on someone that's trying to help him, right? Most people that are a little bit off like that, they hurt the people that are trying to help them the most, right? That's just how it go. You hurt the ones that you love. So I'm tired of hearing it. Make sure y'all hit up that comment section and tell me if y'all feel the way that I feel. If you don't, just let me know how you feel then about the issue. But I don't want to hear people saying that Steph Curry legacy could be hurt, or Steph Curry needs to be more of a leader and do this and that and this, when he's never been that his whole career. That's not who he is. He's just one of the greatest sharpshooters that God has ever put on planet Earth and to play in the NBA. You get what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm going to get on out of here. I'm Sean Mack. Make sure y'all hit up that comment section. And this is Sports Fans Only. Peace. Damn grown man talking about he should be, man, grown.